Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I definitely want to welcome you back, no matter what time of day it is or when you found this video. I am super grateful that you are here. Okay, guys, let's go on ahead and jump into today's download. This is actually a download that came through a little bit ago, but I felt inspired to go on ahead and release this video today. So today's download is, I think you're just what I needed. I think you're just what I needed. And for some of you, you might find these particular set of words as familiar as a song that was written by the Cars, which is a group from the 80s, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's from the 80s. There was a song that was entitled, I Think You're Just What I Needed, and it was a very popular song. Another song that channeled through with this particular download is a song by a lady named Karen Wheeler, and it was on the soundtrack to a really popular movie from the 90s. It wasn't Love Jones. Maybe if one of you can remember the name of the movie, feel free to put it in the description. But the name of the song is I Adore You. So originally when these songs were coming through, because literally with the download, I couldn't remember all of the details of it, but I did hear those songs kind of just playing over and over and over, at least the chorus or the hook. And so I originally thought that this download was going to be a love message. But then as I started to look at the lyrics of the songs, in particular, the one by the Cars, I was like, oh, this might be a little bit different than that. So I'm not quite sure where this is going. So what I'm going to do, because today I'm going to do a split reading again. I'm going to do the download here, and then I'm going to pull some cards on the topic so that way we can see what is coming up in the energy for the collective and those of you who resonate with this message, what this really means for you. And if this isn't exactly a love reading, what it is. And of course, I will be pulling some oracle cards to share some things that you can do to assist yourself in the present energies, and maybe some tools that you can use if you are in a position that you are manifesting or calling in new relationships at this time. Please remember too that new relationships does not just mean romantic. New relationships can also mean friendships, soul tribe, associates, business partners, companions, any kind of form of interpersonal relationships, okay? I definitely want to mention that in this reading, if I speak about masculine or feminine energies, this is not indicative of gender. All human beings, all beings, have masculine and feminine energy. It is just the energies that they tend to operate primarily out of is what I am referring to. So definitely take the information that is coming through in the reading as it applies. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay, guys? So what I want to share with you right now, because this was wild, the lyrics from the song by the Cars, Just What I Needed. And I think the chorus was something like, I think you're just what I needed. It was something like that, okay? And you can definitely look the lyrics up online. But in the lyrics, it says something about, I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. 'Cause you're standing oh so near, I kinda lose my mind. And then he continues on because he says that a few times about coming and wasting their time and losing their mind. But then they go on to say, I don't mind you hanging out and talking in your sleep. It doesn't matter where you've been as long as it was deep. You always know what to wear. You always knew to wear it well, and you look so fancy, I can tell. And I don't mind you hanging out and talking in your sleep. Very interesting lyrics because as it goes on, he says, I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to feed. I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to bleed. And then towards the end of the song, he says, so bleed me. And I think about this song and I think back. And I recognize that I've heard this song over the years many times. You know, somebody's playing retro music or whatever. But I never noticed these parts of the lyrics. And I would definitely say to those who are listening to this message today, you know, let it serve as confirmation. Songs that you sing over and over and over again, don't just be mindless about it. Really look at the lyrics and understand what it is you're saying. This is super important because the things that we repeat to ourselves over and over, we are actually hardwiring thoughts, words, and beliefs into our own minds. And that's why music is so powerful. But what I picked up here, you know, because originally this kind of sounds like a love song. Maybe somebody is really impassioned about being around, a certain type of person because of their energy and they find them exciting. And so they're just what they needed. But as I read the lyrics and really looked into them, it looks like some sort of like weird exchange of energies, like somebody needs something to do or really wants to feel the presence of having someone else around. And they know that it's not a serious thing. Just like they say in the lyrics, I don't mind you hanging around and wasting my time. So they know nothing serious is really coming from it, or it's not based in a serious energy. It's more so about killing time with this person and how they feel being in their energy. And they even go as far as to state that I just needed someone to feed and someone to bleed. So it's like I needed someone to feed my energy into and someone to pull energy from. And even towards the end of the song, they're suggesting that the other individual involved in this should bleed them or, you know, take their energy. So it's kind of a weird lyric here because I'm not sure what the writer initially intended. But as it relates to this download, this is not a traditional, and by traditional, I don't mean societal standards, but like typically when we think about a love reading or a love-based relationship, we don't think about wasting someone's time, just really being focused on sleeping with the person, what you can get out of the person energy-wise, what they can get out of you energy-wise. We don't usually think about that when we think about love, right? We think about something deeper with love and there being an equal exchange and people being served and people remaining true and authentic to themselves, but coming together to build something great. That's not the energy that this song and the lyrics are giving me. So there could be something here where either, also the topic about sleep and being mindful about what the person is saying in their sleep. I don't know if there's something in the energy with someone either astral projecting or someone trying to affect or interact with someone in their sleep. There could be something coming up here with that. Or someone like connecting with someone in their sleep, or maybe physically sleeping with someone and the relationship is not what the other person thinks, or maybe both people know that the relationship is not like a serious love-based relationship, but it's something other. And this is not to judge different types of relationships, just picking up on the energy of what might be coming through in the download. Now, the other song was I Adore You by Karen Wheeler. And in this song, she's speaking about being with someone and how it's amazing, the affection that the person displays for them, the way that they touch them and how it's rare, how the person's one of a kind to them, how they want a one-on-one relationship, and in that way they can find freedom, and how this relationship warms their soul to the center, and how they want to take the person's hand and be guided into that person's world. And then towards the end of the song, she says something about the person being a diamond in the raw, glowing oh so brightly. Knowing who I am and believing in who you are, we surrender our love to the highest star. So it's interesting, as I was reading that, I just had a strong thought come in about almost the yin-yang energy, or the dynamic between the lyrics in the first song versus the second song. One has to do with a relationship that's like, honestly, kind of ragtag. It's not very connective. They're kind of wasting each other's time. They're killing time, but they're having fun while doing it. And they're both draining each other's energy, basically. And then we have the I Adore You song by Karen Wheeler, which is the exact opposite of that. Talks about a deeper relationship, something that is meaningful, connective, something that is based in the stars, something that involves a true surrender of 50-50 and a give and take, and why this person feels adoration for the other person. And that one, that chorus sounds kind of like, I adore you. That's kind of how the song goes. I won't sing more because I don't want to get a copyright. But basically, as I look at both of these lyrics, it's almost like it's telling a story of a relationship that someone is currently in, or was in the past, or maybe is about to leave, that is not serving them, that's a drain on their energies, that's not really connective, it's not really a forwardly progressing relationship that could move into something bigger, greater, more connective. And then the second song being maybe a desire to move into a relationship that is really rooted in soul path energy, where both people are in alignment with their goals and what they want out of a relationship. And through that energy, through that corridor, they're able to build something that's brilliant and bright. Something that moves them towards their highest star. And that gives me the energy of the North Node energy, like really stepping into purpose. That's what I'm really picking up from these two songs that downloaded. So guys, definitely tell me your thoughts in the description box, or if this is something you resonate with. Also, you can feel free to send me an email. That is also in the description, or I'm sorry, in the chat. Leave a comment. In the description box, you will find my email if you want to send me a private message. But that's the start of this reading for today. I'm going to be pulling some cards on this energy to see whom this message is resonating with, what's going on with the energy, and once again, like I mentioned before, maybe some things you haven't considered, some tools you can utilize, or maybe some information from your guides, spirit team, to assist with whatever energies you are dealing with at this time. So I'm going to go on ahead and get off of this recording and open up a live video here so we can get into the reading. Okay, guys, let's go on ahead and get into the card pull for this section of the video. I'm just going to light a little bit of Palo Santo here. Now, once again, we are talking about that message, that download. Okay, there we go. I'm going to give you a little bit of Palo Santo, a little bit from me. Definitely, if you haven't had a chance to, like, share, subscribe. Select the all button so that all of the notifications come through for you so you will not miss a reading that is focused on energies that you are dealing with. Okay, guys? So let's go on ahead and take a look at the information here for this message. I have a few decks with me here for the pull. I have the Pink Tarot, the Yes or No, Shadow Work, and Wisdom of the Oracle. So I'm going to pull a Wisdom of the Oracle card, and then I'm going to go into Pink Tarot. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Beautiful. We'll just put that over there because we're going to read the guidebook for whatever card we pull. Let's just give the deck a little shuffle. And just a reminder that all the decks are pre-shuffled and charged. I just give everything a little shuffle so that you know, that I know, that you know that everything is mixed in nicely and you are actually seeing the energy work. Super important. Okay, Spirit, information on this message. So we're not sure if this is a love message or a warning or what is going on here. So we are going to just go on ahead and take a look here and see what's coming up for Spirit. We have our first one that popped out. We have yin energy. Number 2 is on the table. Very interesting. Number 2, loyal heart. Loyal heart is on the table. That's number 35. And let's go on ahead and get one more card, Spirit. One more card for the collective. Yep, there we go. Third card on the table, number 28, building blocks. This energy looks kind of familiar, but I'm going to move this over here so everybody can see that clearly. Okay. Probably like this. Let's do that. Okay. All right. So we have number 2, number 35, and number 28. Also number 7, 10, and 2. Interesting. 7 is completion. Something is about to happen here in relation to a loyal partner, a loyal relationship. I'm seeing this energy come up a lot, frequently during the readings in regard to the collective. Something here that has to do with foundational setup or the building blocks of something new that you all will be experiencing or dealing with. And then there's something here with some really strong feminine energy. So let's go on ahead and look at the guidebook here. Number 2, yin. Number 2, yin. Let's take a look here and see. So the essential meanings for this one is the feminine principle of receptivity. Interesting. Letting someone else make the first move. Gathering information and taking in cues. The art of conscious allowing. So the relationship message for this one is let others take the lead right now. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I've been picking up an energy in the readings here that a lot of you, due to past relationship experiences that you have been through, are quite closed off to the potential of a new person coming in at this time. And this is why there's been so much energy coming up in the readings about that healing work. Because there is something coming in for you that is meant to help you with the foundational work that you are doing here with your soul path journey. So if you are a person that was accustomed to being in a relationship that had an imbalanced energy or was completely out of alignment, or something that you actually had to leave because it was just, toxic and destructive, you're being encouraged to continue that healing work and to really step into that gentle yin or feminine energy as the universe, your spirit team, your guides are bringing you your person. And this could be in a romantic sense, soul tribe, business, associates, friend groups, whatever it is. You are going to have an opportunity to engage with others with a loyal heart and who you feel that equilibrium with. Because look at these two owls here. Even though they're different, the way that they're positioned is an even positioning, like of support. So you're going to feel more of that in your relationships. And also number 7 for completeness. You're going to feel very complete in your heart. This is going to help create building blocks for that healing work and also for what's coming ahead on your soul path journey. Number 35. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Number 35. This one is the loyal heart. Okay. So this one talks about fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. This is exactly what I was speaking about. So the oracle's message is evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that spirit is always loyal to you. This is what I was talking about. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. This is why you're being encouraged to kind of loosen your grip on the wheel here, because the universe is bringing in what you need, what you've been working on manifesting, and what you desire. All of those things are wrapped up in this beautiful package. And so you're being encouraged to kind of loosen your grip on the wheel so that way you can observe the person being these things and give them the opportunity. If you go off of your past experiences, you're more likely to just shut down and not allow this person the opportunity to show you who they are. So the relationship message says your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common right now. Honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. So some of you, like I mentioned before, have some anxiety about trusting others or extending trust. Why? Because you've been hurt. And so it might feel more safe, more comfortable to kind of wall that off and to not open that vulnerability to others. But you are being encouraged that because this situation, for whomever resonates with this message, this particular situation is not the past situations. You are being brought something new, something connective, something fulfilling, and you're being encouraged to not just open up to the opportunity of that, but when this type of energy is shown to you, to give it in return, and that it's safe, it's okay, you are being protected. This is a divine connection. And for those of you who resonate with this message, this relationship, this interaction with others is going to feel completely different than what you've been dealing with in the past. You will know. Also, ask your spirit team to give you signs to know what you need to do. And then, of course, building blocks, number 28. Let's go ahead and take a look at 28 building blocks. Okay, building blocks right here. Essential meanings, strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. That's where a lot of you are right now. So the Oracle's message is, you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. I'm always talking about core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. So your relationship message here is, when you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. You are moving toward laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. That's interesting. So it looks like for some of you, this new energy coming in is going to move you to repair foundation and building blocks of old relationships or presently standing relationships, to make them stronger, to make them healthier, to make them full of clear communication. And for some of you, this will be building blocks for completely new relationships. It might even be a mixture of both. That is very interesting. So when I think about the download, it almost sounds like there could be someone coming the direction of collective who was in a low vibrational or not satisfying or unfulfilling relationship. It was just something to do, like that first song that channeled through in the download. It was really about just kind of swapping energy. Thanks for coming by and wasting my time. It's something to do. It's kind of fun when we do it. To wanting a brand new start. This could be what this energy is, that someone or somebody, or maybe different members in the collective or outside of the collective, are leaving a relationship and wanting to come towards the collective. Now, the question, of course, that I'm thinking about is, well, that's great, but is this person healed? And that's when I want to pull some energy on here, because that's always great when somebody wants to heal, experience something better, leave a situation that has been historically toxic and improve their life. Love that energy. The question is, has the person done the work to heal where they're an appropriate partner for collective? So what we're seeing with this energy is definitely the universe is bringing you all someone, whoever resonates with this message, that is in alignment with your soul path, that you will feel has a loyal heart. That is complete. And that, I'm sorry, this is an 8, not a 7. I don't know why I saw a 7. It's 35. That's so interesting. 7 kept coming up. It's probably because I am picking up the energy of completeness. This is an 8 though. So we have 8 on the table here twice. We got the 28, and then we have 8 and 2. But back to what I was saying, this is definitely an energy that you will feel complete in. So there's a need for discernment here about energies, okay? And being aware of what kind of energies are coming your way and how you are feeling when you are in someone else's energy or presence. Because it looks like one of these situations coming your way is your soulmate, soul tribe, business associate, friend group, whatever. And then there's other energies that came from toxic or non-functional relationships, and they were a part of those relationships. So you have to be careful or mindful that these individuals have healed, and confirmation on that. Yeah, a lot of heart chakra energy. So this person might even be feeling kind of hurt because of what they've come from. It's just important that you are making sure that energies that you are interacting with or allowing into your space are healed, are in alignment for what it is you are going to be doing. They need to be a part of the building block energy, not disruptive to it, okay? I have to bring that out. I have to. That would be, it wouldn't be responsible. Let me put it that way. It would be irresponsible if I didn't bring that out. But with that being said, look at that on the bottom of the deck, the Hangman. This is why it's confusing knowing like, okay, is this appropriate or not? Is this the right direction? You know, kind of being in a state of not being sure because of past experiences, and also wanting to vet things thoroughly, which is fair. This is what you should do. But you're also being asked to find the balance here, because the universe is in fact bringing you someone who is in alignment and has a loyal heart. You don't want to miss that opportunity due to like fear or paranoia. So there's something here in this message about being balanced in your energy and understanding the difference between an intuitive nudge versus paranoia. There is a difference, okay? Okay. So, Spirit, what do we have here for the collective? Let's start with yin energy. Let's talk about the feminine energy. What might the collective know about the feminine energy and just kind of releasing? Yeah, yep. Okay. So you have the Seven of Wands. First energy on the table for yin. You are definitely, for whomever resonates with this message, and as I always mention, take the energy as it applies. If there's an aspect of the reading that doesn't apply, it doesn't mean the whole reading doesn't apply. It just might be that there's an aspect that's not for you, and that's okay. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Just take what resonates. But for those of you who were in relationships and situations that created an energy of kind of like paranoia or fear of engaging with others, you may have felt exhausted or like giving up. This might have destroyed your confidence, right? To the point where it's hard for you to focus on that yin energy. Being soft and feminine in the energy may have been difficult. For some of you, you may have had to shift, and this is irrespective of gender, you may have had to shift more so into your masculine or protective energy due to some of the experiences that you went through. You might be overly protective. This is why Spirit is asking you to kind of, and this is so interesting, this dropped on the yin card, because as we read the guidebook on it, it was talking about releasing your grip, allowing the universe to bring things to you. That's why. It's because of what you've been through. So it's just more confirmation here. Yep, Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's in reverse, but the loyal heart. Yeah, you had clouded judgment in your previous relationship. And some of the choices that you made, potentially, for those of you who resonate with this part of the message, when it came to selecting partners, associates, or friends, you may not have been fully healed in the past and allowed some people into your energy that you shouldn't have. This may have caused some confusion, some chaos, issues with inner clarity, rethinking ideas that, you know, you felt were in alignment, but others told you that it wasn't the way to look at something, and so you shifted your beliefs to accommodate others. Your judgment was clouded. So you weren't really seeing the truth of things. The Ace of Swords, truth, is in reverse. You weren't seeing the truth of things. That's why you were dealing with that energy. What do we have here? Yeah. Okay, we have Nine of Wands. You were ready for a fight. Wow, you were ready. You were taking your last stand here. But this is the building blocks. This is where you were. For some of you, this might be where you are, but I feel like a lot of you have healed from a lot. You're just being encouraged to continue to do the work of healing, even within yourself. This person that came up at the start of the read, or this energy with the first downloaded song, the one by the Cars, you know, maybe this is where they came from. Maybe that's why they were engaging in relationships that were not really fulfilling and connective. You're being encouraged, though, definitely, to get out of that energy, because you had, whomever resonates with this had clouded judgment due to past experiences, just kind of doing the same thing over and over again and not really seeing that there was a need to do something different. This is why you're experiencing the same kind of relationships over and over and over. But one thing that's good about this, if you can really tap into your resiliency energy here, have healthy boundaries, you know, release the pessimism and negative talk, you know, and have courage that your spirit team, the universe, is bringing you what you need for the building blocks of what you are creating here. You can come out of this absolutely victorious, having what you want to have, feeling what you want to feel. You don't have to go down the rest of the path by yourself. You'll have the associates, the loving partner, the friends, the soul tribe, the energies that you want to have around you. You will have that, okay? Some of you might be a Sagittarius or be a fire sign or have that in your energy. Let's just get one more card for each of the rows. Let's go back to Yen. Is there anything else popping out for Yen? Yeah, okay. So the moon is in reverse. Okay. There was a lot of inner confusion and misrepresentation. Almost, I'm picking up like a veil. You may have felt like there was a veil of illusion over your life. Those deeper esoteric things were not revealed to you. You were not seeing things clearly, which is what this is talking about. Look at this. Clouded judgment. That's that energy. All of these things made it hard for you to, you know, be balanced in your energy. Let's see, what else is here for collective? Let's do number 35, Loyal Heart. What else do we have for number 35, Loyal Heart? Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. Well, we'll take this one here. Okay. Kind of fell sideways. So for one thing, you might be a Leo or have a Leo in your energy. I feel like a Leo might have been in your energy. Yeah, it kind of fell sideways. I mean, it could be a situation here with loyal heart. Be cautious or careful of a person approaching your energy that is very focused on material gain, appearance, things, objects. You know, this individual might be having financial issues maybe when they approach you. You know, it could be a person asking you for assistance, or it could be a person behaving like a person who has something to give you, okay? Like they have a pinnacle for you, but really they don't have it. It's like it's an illusion, it's a show. So be really careful about this with loyal heart. You're looking for the Ace of Swords truth. Like the person that is coming into your life that is related to these building blocks, the things that you are building for your soul path. Remember, please, when you are a lighthouse, you will have all different kinds of ships coming in. Doesn't mean all of them are ships that you want to just sit in your harbor. Some of those you might be sending right back out because that's not a ship that you want to deal with. So be cautious about that. You do have loyal heart energy coming in, whomever resonates with this message, but be careful of individuals who see your situation and the positivity around it as an opportunity. This could be a Virgo, a fire or an earth sign, or you might be a Virgo, a fire or an earth sign. Yeah, you'll be avoiding conflicts, Five of Swords, and energies that are like that are, you know, have a false, illusory, you know, intention. Like the reason why they're coming to you is not, it's not what they say it is. It's because of your manifestation that's coming in. We got a Page of Pentacles here. You're starting something out. This is the building blocks, number 28. A lot of you have a financial opportunity because of some skill sets that you have. And so others, believe you me, others can see that. This is why I say, you know, it's important to be mindful about how we feel when others are in our energy. Don't just let anybody into your energy. And if you notice that something's intuitively not in alignment there, be mindful of it. Okay, last card, building blocks, number 28. Yeah. You guys are going to need some persistence, some courage, some resilience, because there are some others that might be in a competitive energy with you. There might be some rivalry, some conflict. Okay. It's not a negative thing. It's just acknowledging what is. You're building something. You have the building blocks of something very unique and very promising and very great here. And your energy is what's drawing that in because you're doing the work. So you have universal support. You have the support of your guides and your spirit team. Nobody can stop this. But, you know, some energies have a mindset of, well, if this person has this, I can't have that, because they are in lack mindset. So everybody having something is a threat. So if they can't disassemble it, they come in to compete with it. To be a rivalry, to have conflict. People might come towards you, or energies that want to argue. Please avoid arguments and strife and tension. You don't have to deal with those energies. It is not necessary for you to do what it is you're doing. So when you notice somebody, you know, starting a disagreement, or, I don't know, discussing something in a way that creates tension, please be mindful of energies like this, and you're being encouraged to step around that, okay? So you're not doing things the way you were doing them before. You're doing it completely different. And you are being guided by your higher self, your intuition, and your spirit team. The universe is bringing you in your manifestations, including this loyal heart energy. Okay, you're going to have what you want, but you're being encouraged to be mindful of who this truly is. This is going to be a person that is going to be part of the building blocks for what you're doing here with your soul path work. If a person comes in arguing with you and, you know, being tumultuous and creating issues, this is not the energy that you're looking for. It's just not. Let's grab a couple of shadow work cards, and then we're going to grab a yes or no. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that song, Just What I Needed, is, you know, I think we're really talking about two different energies. I think that's why both of those songs, like Just What I Needed and then I Adore You, it's two different types of energies. You could have somebody coming towards you that came from a toxic relationship who has done the healing work, where you can solidify, you know, a relationship or interaction with that person in a way that's healthy. But I would be very careful about, you know, whether people who are entering your space at this time are healed. Okay, that's going to be super huge for you. Let's see what energies we have here for shadow work for the collective. Messages for the collective, shadow work, please. Messages for the collective, shadow work. Messages for the collective, shadow work. Okay, so I need to take a card from the bottom. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to grab a card from the bottom of the deck. Let's just shuffle a few times. Spirit, we're going to take a card after this shuffle from the bottom of the deck, please. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. Control issues. This is like the first card here. This is part of the shadow work. We already heard about it. It's not news. There's some work, whomever is resonating with this message needs to do, that has to do with, once again, we talked about to get in this yin energy and to get more balance with this yin energy, because there's a lot of yang energy and very little yin. So there's control issues or fear of losing power, vulnerability issues. So release and trust and empowerment are your three key words here. How to step into a more balanced energy with releasing control. And this doesn't mean letting others take advantage of you. This means releasing the control issues that are keeping you limited or stuck. So that way you can be more balanced about that yin energy. Okay? So this is some shadow work to work on. Super important. This is going to help you with these new things coming in. And this person, or this friend group, or this business associate, or these soulmates, or whatever they are to you, or this soulmate, pardon me. Nobody wants to balance more than one. I mean, hey, maybe you do. Whatever the case, it's going to be in alignment for you. Whatever it is, it's going to be in alignment for you and part of your building blocks. If it's not giving you that energy, you need to take a second look at it. Okay, any other messages for the collective on shadow work, Spirit? Ooh, there we go. Yeah, jumbled thoughts. Maybe some anxiety or anxious energy. The mind can make a heaven of a hell or a hell of a heaven. So there's some confusion, anxiety, and escapism. Maybe that was, you know, escapism. It could be like certain processes that you were using when you're feeling overwhelmed in the past. Okay, you're being encouraged to find healthy ways to process emotions, feelings of vulnerability, confusion, anxiety. You know, the way that we think is like how we program our own mind, the thoughts that we say to ourselves over and over and over again. It's kind of like what I said at the beginning of this message in the sound recorded portion. You know, be mindful of the kind of music and things that you are taking in regularly. Why? Well, because as we sing things and repeat things over and over again to ourselves, we are actually hardwiring and programming ourselves. So it's super important that we're mindful of how we are speaking to ourselves. Spirit, any more messages for the collective? Maybe we can get one more, please. We have a few things for you to work on here. Yep, self-sabotage. I think each and every one of us has dealt with this at some time. Once again, being careful about the way that you're speaking to yourself. That's the second time that's coming through. For whomever is watching that video, let this serve as confirmation. If you are utilizing negative self-talk, and that is for you to understand, you don't have to put that in the comments. But definitely, if that is something that you are struggling with, or fear of failure, this can undermine your success. Opportunities that are being sent your way for your benefit, you might be more likely to just like avoid things or not see it or think that it's something negative, depending on the way that you speak to yourself. So you are being encouraged to really work on your self-talk, because this might be adding to issues like procrastination, negative thinking, and it can definitely limit and affect your success. So that is really important, guys. Just some things to work on here, because the good news is you all have this loyal heart energy coming in. You're about to be very, very happy and very pleased with what the universe has brought you here. But we have to get out of old behavioral patterns. And for those of you who resonate with that part of the message, if you have done the work and already been out of these patterns, you're being encouraged to continue to do the healing work and to not return to these patterns. Because sometimes we're fine until a situation is before us that triggers an old response or an old response system, like a way of thinking, behaving, responding, acting. Thoughts that start to come up. So you might find that just the opportunity of having someone come into your space in this way for a relationship that's balanced and loving might be a trigger if you haven't healed. Okay? So this is super important, and that energy has been coming through a lot. Let's take a little something from the yes, no deck here. I want to get a little timeline maybe of when the collective and those who resonate with this message might see some things popping off here with a potential person. So let's start with the yes, no, and then we're going to go to when, how. Okay? So I'm going to give the deck a shuffle. Okay, Spirit, what do we have? Yes, no, for the collective. They're going to be seeing somebody coming into their space right now for a relationship. Oh, that popped right out, like straight in. Oh, wow. Look, we have a no. Let's see what it says. Not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a timing thing. Long-awaited events flow into your life like a warm, murmuring stream of cleansing water. It envelops you in a captivating sense of grandiose possibilities and significant changes. You don't allow life to happen to you. You allow life to happen for you. Yeah, so there's some events that are going to happen, and it could have something to do with where this person is at, okay? Number 35, loyal heart. This person might be healing, or they might be working on some of the same things you're working on. Whatever the case, there's some events that are going to happen as of yet before this union is ready to happen. And I can kind of see that because looking at what has come out in the reading, there are some old energies, behavioral patterns that you have improved greatly at, but you're still healing, it looks like. And so the timing of this is going to be universal. It's going to be just what you needed at the time that you need. Oops, goodness. Well, let's see. I wanted to set this one up here. Let's try it like this. There we go. Okay, no worries, guys. It's coming. It's just, I asked the question, is it coming right now? And there's a reason for that. We're seeing that in the reading. Let's find out what we're seeing about some timelines here as to when this might be showing up into your space, guys. Remember, too, timelines don't just shift because of your participation in it. If there are others involved in the timeline, they also have their own things that they're working on, their own contracts, their own healing that they're doing. This can affect the timeline in the way that they enter it in relation to you. So if somebody needs more time to heal, it might take a second for them to be able to enter the timeline in relation to you. So please keep that in mind. It's not just about one end of things. There are many different moving parts when we talk about, you know, things that the universe is bringing in, okay? Things that you're manifesting. Messages for the collective, just one card, Spirit, so we can hear about the timeline of when this person or these energies are coming towards the collective. Very beautiful. Okay, yeah, Spirit is not giving us a timeline here. So it looks like it's dependent upon you, the healing in this other person. Because you have to remember, we have free will involved. So if the other person is not ready or not ready this lifetime, it may be a different person, a different situation that may not be what you need at this time. So that's interesting because we're not getting, a lot of the cards will have, you know, if no, 5 to 7 months, but this one isn't giving us a timeline. So there's some factors that are yet to be decided by you and this person. It says choosing the long path requires confidence. Your tremendous intuition escorts you to a destination of happiness. Trust that intuition always and feel the empowerment follow. So something here about you needing to really tap in with your intuitive voice. And then as you do that, you're going to open up this timeline. You're going to open up the potential more. There's some healing or something that I'm hearing you're not fully seeing yet that has to do with the outworking of this. Okay. So that is our reading for today, guys. So basically what I'm seeing is some really beautiful things that you've accomplished. You've come so far. There is some work that you need to do to help get yourself ready, most importantly, for these new things that you are doing associated with your soul path. Okay, and that's most important. Spirit is bringing you a loyal heart, but it really has to do with how you move through this healing work and how this other person, this other energy moves through their healing work and where you connect on the timeline. So rather than giving a specific time, Spirit is just encouraging you to keep going and to focus on your goals. And that's where you're really supposed to keep your mind and your heart right now, knowing that the universe is going to add everything to you in its appropriate time. Okay. And also that you have the major, I guess, control in a sense over how quickly this shifts by you doing the work that you're doing. If it's not the person that you're thinking it is, it might be somebody completely different here. Okay. So guys, I want to thank you so much for being with me for the reading. Definitely, if this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. If this was not your reading, please like, share, and subscribe. This is a way for me to connect with your energy and be more likely to pick up on energies that you are experiencing, interacting with at this time. I want to thank you for being here this morning, this afternoon, this evening,